Una, mañana otra, ey, pero no hay boda. Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias, muchas novias. Hoy tengo a una, mañana otra. Me las voy a llevar a todas con VIP, un VIP, ey. Saluden a Titi, vamos a tirar un selfie, selfies, ey. Que sonrían las que ya les metí, ey. Un VIP, ey. Saluden a Titi, vamos a tirar un selfie, selfies. Que sonrían las que ya se tiraron de mí. Me gustan mucho las Gabriela, las Patricia, la Nicole, la Sofía. Mi primera novia en Kinder María.
Don't mind the hair. We're gonna try this together. See, he put tahini and I don't know what he put on there. Whatever. I don't know. I've never had it before. So my review is this tastes amazing. So good. So good. I just wanted to try their pizzas. I just wanted to try. I spent $6 and look how big the pizza is. I thought it was just one slice. What are we gonna do with all this pizza? It's greasy as... I bet you it tastes good. Hold on, let me try. This is crazy. Ooh, it's super thin. Very thin. Look at me being a food connoisseur. Hold on. It's sweet me, you see? Doesn't this seem too good? Okay, they gave me too much though. $6 for two? Are you kidding me? But I'm glad it's thin crust. Okay, on a different day, I went to Mambo Cuban Caribbean. This restaurant, first of all, the music was bumping. I'm talking about bumping, but the food was superb. Black beans, rice, plantain, filling your backside. So one of the things I noticed in Miami is you can get fruit anywhere. So this is me having pineapple, but I ate more fruit when I was in Miami than actual food. So, oh, this is me eating a lobster sandwich from Bayside on another day. These are all not the same days, but whatever. I'm just showing you all the different food I ate. But yet again, I'm just letting you know I ate so much great fruit. And it's filling. Like that. Do you see my hand holding that? Like that's a lot. That's a lot. That's like a whole meal, okay? So definitely loved the fruit in Miami. It was so awesome just to be able to go there and it's just right on the street corner instead of eating fast food all the time. Gosh darn it. So, yeah. I also thought it was a damn good business. I was like, shoot, I wish I ran this. You know what I mean? Feed people as they're walking, grab a little fruit, whatever. Anyways, that was the food in Miami. BigBus.com. When I tell you this was such a great deal, I did look this up before I left. I mean, for my whole trip, I kind of knew I'm going on a budget, so just certain things often make sense. So this was only, if I'm not mistaken, $40, and you can use the bus pass for 2 days. Now, it's a tour. Well, it's a tour, but it's not a tour. It brings you to different areas in Miami, and you could jump on and off the bus as much as you want, for 2 days. So, absolutely recommend. Absolutely loved it. Great way to see Miami in a quickie, because obviously I wasn't there. Well, I don't think I told you. I was only there for a couple of days. So, yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. It's kind of weird where we've come in terms of tours. There's not an actual person standing there, and how there'd be like a person who, like a tour guide. It's all automated. So they give you free earphones as you're coming onto the bus, and then you kind of just listen to the history of Miami, which I still thought was awesome. They were playing some salsa music in between the virtual tour guide speaking. And yeah, whenever you wanted to jump off, they give you a map and they tell you, okay, we're going to be in Little Havana, we're going to be at South Beach, we're going to be at Lincoln. I was going to say Lincoln Park, Lincoln Boulevard or Lincoln Road or whatever it's called. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's too bad because I don't necessarily remember all the talking points of the tour, but you could just sit back, relax, and kind of just see the vibes of Miami. I know whenever when I was researching that I was going to come to Miami, one of the things that kind of annoyed me was I didn't see enough videos of people showing what Miami kind of looks like. A lot of the times when people go to Miami, it's a lot of selfies and like your head is in the way, ma'am. Could you move? Could you get your hair out of the camera? Can we see Miami? Can we see a little trees, little water, a couple of boats? So, anyways, this is the design district, and I mean, I wanted to jump off and on the boat everywhere. There's so much to see. I mean, that's typical America, anyways, but there's so much to see in Miami and to appreciate. And there is so much history. I do have to say, there's so much beautiful history, and so much that I learned on this bigbus.com. So, anyways, just kind of sit back, relax, and watch. And I'll check in with you in a couple of minutes. Can I just say I apologize? I know my camera's going left, right, left, right, left, right. And I did that the entire part one. I might have done that in part two. It's because like there was so much to see, and I'm not usually that kind of a camera woman. But can I ask for your grace and mercy and patience? Let's get back to it. Little Havana. Uh, Unfortunately, I mean, when you're going to Miami for a short period of time, you can't do everything. I mean, oh my God. If my poor little feetsy weetsies were tired of going to so many different places, just trying to get I'm gonna have to go back to Miami several different times. And I really regret that I didn't jump off in Little Havana and get some authentic food and just take in the vibes. And yeah, one of my regrets. But I was just happy to be in the area, take in some of the vibes, and I'm like, you know what? Definitely coming back here. There's so many recommended restaurants that I had seen before I came to Miami for Little Havana and whatever, whatever. So yeah, definitely gotta come back to this spot. Especially they have this the Domino Park area where older men, sit and do their thing with dominoes and everything. I have a whole thought process on how Miami is amazing for older folks. Like, we need to get to a space where what are we going to do when we retire? Like, really, what do you want to do? Do you want to sit in the cold or do you want to go in the heat? And I really feel like the Mexican, Spanish, Latina, Latinoettes, I don't know the proper terminologies. I really feel like they have it down to a T and they know where it's at, man. They're still partying and enjoying themselves at an older age. But we'll get to that in part two. In the meantime, in between time, South Beach, baby. So it was a little bit of an overcast, but Toronto was absolutely storming up and down. I don't even know what to say. So I was just glad to be at a beach. And it was nice and warm and frosty. So warm and cozy. And I was just like, dang, man, I'm about to jump in this water, but I'm a little bit scared. Is there like fishy wishies in here? I've seen stories of Florida. You guys get stingrays just in the shallow end. You know what I'm talking about? So, needless to say, I didn't get into water. It was freaking cold. I was like, ice, ice, baby, dum 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 dum. Like, nah, I didn't get into water, but I was absolutely so happy to be there. The hotel that I stayed at, which you'll see in part two, they if you see the umbrellas and the chairs that are there, they gave us that area for free. So I could have stayed there and relaxed and just taken the vibes and listened to the sounds of the ocean, which I did stay there, but I just sat on the sand. You know what I mean? Just took it in, dug my feet in the sand, and taking the vibes. I think this was my actual birthday where I was like, you know what, let me go to the beach. I'll be down by the river, waiting for the good Lord to pass my way. I don't even know if that's the words of the song. But anyways, yeah. Yo, I'll tell you this. On a cloudy day, the water was still clear. Can you imagine on a sunny day? Oh, gosh. I got to come back to Miami again and again and again for sure. At this point, I was just like, let me take my feet out the water because it is cold as ice, but so beautiful. People were up in the water anyways. They didn't even care, to be very honest with you. But anyways, you gotta watch part two. The vibes pick up. That's one thing about Miami. Not for a second was I bored. Not for a second. And I wasn't trying to overdo it. I kind of wanted to have a relaxing vacation, but it's just jam packed of things to do in Miami. As simple as just taking a walk and just, take people watching. You know what I mean? So, anyways, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in part two.